Once again, hello to everyone, to the ones who are physically here and to the ones who are online, joined us online via Zoom. I hope that you can hear my voice well, but I can't hear you right now. But if you have any questions during the session, please feel free to address me via chat. Let me give you a brief agenda of today. Even though we are a bit behind the schedule, I will do my best to be brief and to somehow catch our schedule. Today we will talk about, of course, Erasmus University, and we will give you some practical information about academic matters and university services, etc. Everything that you might need during the semester. Also, we'll give you some practical recommendations about living in Tbilisi, and Sally, my colleague, will give you a brief presentation about kind of local guide to Tbilisi. So if you have any questions, once again, about anything, please feel free to interrupt me, and you can also ask all those questions after the session. As you may know, after we have this intro session, we will see university library, and we will see the computer resources room, and then we will go to the Old Tbilisi to have a guided tour in Old Tbilisi. So to start briefly about where you are and what is some facts and figures about Erasmus University. This university was established in 2006, so we're not as old as some European universities, but we're relatively one of the biggest universities in Georgia. We have more than 17,000 students, and we have many international programs as well. Even though we don't have many international students within the exchange program, we have many international students studying at full degree at Erasmus University, and you will have the chance to meet them in your English courses. So I'll skip some parts because we are already behind the schedule, and I will directly go to the practical information because I think that's what's most important for you. So I will start with our academic calendar and important dates you should consider while studying. So first of all, what you have to have in mind is the course selection period, which will last for 3 weeks. So you will have, after the study start, you will have 2 weeks to drop or add any courses. So this Argos system will be in selection mode for until 28th of October, and it will end at 6 o'clock. So please make sure that you're ready to take all the courses you attend, and if you don't like something, it's better to change before that, because after that you will not be able to make any changes in your curriculum. About the lecture period, you know that we will start from next week, and the lecture period will last until February 12th, and after that we will start an exam period. You are all obligated to pass all the final exams, but as the teaching is in hybrid mode, you are not really expected to be here for the whole exam period, because first of all, most exams are going to be online as well, and second of all, most lecturers try to make exams in first 2 or 3 weeks, so most probably you will be able to finish the exams until the end of February. About the breaks we have for this semester, we will have 2 weeks holidays for Christmas and New Year. As you may know, or maybe don't know, we don't celebrate Christmas on 25th of December. We celebrate Christmas as an Orthodox Christians on 7th of January. So that's why we have a kind of different holiday system. But yeah, so here you can also see some public holidays. Today is also a public holiday, so it's officially not working day, but we still have this meeting, and we'll also have the holiday on November 23rd, etc. So please check this courses because on these days you will not have classes, and also the administration will not be able to give you any service. So I wanted to proceed with course selection once again, because even though some of you have already started and some of you have already completed the course selection, most of you yet don't have all the courses you have selected before in your Argos system. So in order to get ECTS credits and get assessment, and in order for the course to be included in your transcript of records, it's mandatory that you enroll in a course from Argos system. So some courses, of course, are visible in your Argos, but some courses might not, because maybe they are offered on by another faculty, or also technically you are registered as first semester students in an Argos, so that's why you may not be able to see some courses that are offered on more advanced levels, but that will be no problem, because we'll help you to find any courses that are offered actually in English, and you will be able to choose any courses from different direction or different semester by the help of us and the faculty coordinator. You will also use Argos to obtain information on course materials, and you have to also check the Argos regularly, because all the midterm and final exam results and assessments will be visible in Argos. You don't need to check the financial information, but we also use Argos for that. You will also be able to write any statements or requests for the faculty or for the administration. For example, if you need transcript of reports, or if you need proof of student status, you can all obtain those documents by inquiring it via Argos. Also, you will get some notifications about the news, or about any events that are planned in the university, and you will get notifications from the professors too. So it is absolutely not highly recommended, but obligatory to daily check your Argos account. As I already told you, you can only choose the courses that are offered on your level. Officially enroll in the courses that are offered on your level, but some of you still were interested to attend some courses on, for example, master level. You know that we will not be able to grant any credits or assessments if you want to attend the courses that are on another level, but we will be able to enroll you as a free listener. That will mean that you will get some kind of proof, statement that you have attended this course as a free listener, and in this case, in the statement will prove that this course actually equals to 6 ECTS and a certain workload. So some European universities are able to recognize the credits based just on this attendance certificate. So if you are interested in this kind of arrangement, you can just check with your home university if they could recognize the credits based on this attendance certificate, and even though you will not be able to choose courses from other levels by Argos, in this case you will have to contact me and tell me what courses are you interested in, and first of all I will be able to give you timetable and the lecturer's contact information, then we will make a statement, a request to the faculty to enroll you as a free listener, based on which we will be able to give you an attendance certificate. You are also free to choose anything from that is offered from other study field or faculty. And as I mentioned, these courses might not be visible for you, but we'll be also able to help you with that by putting those courses in your Argos mechanically by faculty coordinator. Also, we have offered on every academic level a Georgian practical language course, which I think would be a fun way to maybe study some basics of Georgian. Of course, you will not be able to speak Georgian after that, but you will still have some, you will know some words in Georgian, so I think that would be fun. And also we have offered other language courses, and before the semester I had communicated with some students that were interested in taking, for example, Italian and Russian. We will be able to offer you Dutch, Italian, Russian and Spanish in this semester. So if you are interested in that, please let me know, because these courses are unfortunately not also visible in Argos, but I will be able to connect you with the language center, and you will be able, of course, to get 6 ECTS for each course. So once again, about how to enroll in courses of your choice. First of all, the courses that are visible in your Argos, you just click choose in Argos, and the course will be added in your curriculum. And courses that are not visible, I will help you to add that. And for the courses that you are willing to choose attend as a free listener, we'll make independent contract about that, and you will have independent account in Argos as a free listener, and then you will be able to see the timetable and communicate with the lecturer, etc. Just a recommendation, try to attend the courses from the very beginning, from the next week, because you might not like some courses, and some courses might not meet your expectations, so it's better to check everything and make sure that you are studying the program of your choice. Of course, some of you will or must make some updates in your learning agreement, because maybe we are not offering the course we have pre-selected in your previous before the mobility learning agreements. That's why we will use this during the mobility part. You can see the example here. During the mobility, you can see there are 2 graphs as well, like the before the mobility part. In table A2, you will have to include the courses that you have deleted or added from your first course choice. And in the table B2, your university must make changes to the recognition they have done before. So this is also mandatory, because you have to recognize these credits at your university, and you will need learning agreements to finalize and go through the process very smoothly. I wanted to also include some general information about the credits and assessment system. I think that each of you will be very familiar with the CTS system. We also use that like European universities, and you can see that almost all the courses in India State University equals to 60 CTS, it equals to 6 times 25 hours of work. We use, about the grading system, we use 100 points grading system. It's still A to F. You can see the details here on the slide. And about the individual grading system, it will be available for each course in the syllabus, and you can see the syllabus in Argos. In several minutes I will open the Argos and show you where to find it. Also be aware that some courses might have benchmarks for midterm exams, for example, or final exams as well. Final exams are always obligatory, and they have always have some benchmarks. For example, if the maximum grade point is 30 points, the benchmark might be 10 or something. So you can find all this information in your Argos. Please be aware of the benchmark so that you're able to pass all the courses successfully. Of course, the most interesting thing could be the teaching mode. I already gave you the information via email, but maybe some clarifications might need to be done verbally too. Officially, we'll start the semester, and the whole semester will be in hybrid mode, meaning that some courses or some components will be done online, and some of them are to be taking place here on campus. So most of the components that are going to be taking place in the university are practical components, meaning, for example, laboratory work or some other practical work, for example, research or anything like that. Most of the courses you choose are theoretical courses, so I am not expecting that any course will have a component practical. So I don't think that you will have to come here. If any of you, maybe some of you are joining us online, if any of you would want to spend the semester online and attend the lectures from home, you will most probably be able to do that. If you are informed by your faculty coordinator that any of your course has a practical component and you have to come to the university physically, then of course, first of all, you will get detailed information about the procedures on how to do that and the requirements you are expected to meet. Mostly these requirements include wearing the face mask and having done the full course of vaccination. So I don't think that any of you will have a problem with that. For online teaching, we are using several platforms. You are already familiar with Argos. We also have e-learning iliauni.edu.ge. This platform is very like Moodle, so I hope that you're all familiar with Moodle. So e-learning is for not only seeing the study materials, but also to submit your essays or maybe participate in some online discussions, online discussions, I'm so sorry, online discussions about the course, etc. And for the synchronized lectures, we are using Zoom and MS Team as other universities do, I believe. If you have any technical problems while entering Argos or e-learning, we have special administrators for that platforms. So please, first of all, refer to us and we will address your problem to the technical team. Another system we use, and you also have iliauni edu.ge mailing address. As you know, it's also obligatory to use because all the lecturers and administrative staff are using your iliauni email address to contact you. So if there is any change in the study program or curriculum, if there is any news, you have to consider you will get an information on your iliauni mailing address. So please check it regularly. And you will also be able to use Ilioni mailing address to use other Ilioni systems. For example, you can enter Argus with your Ilioni email address. You will also be able to register on e-learning with your Ilioni mailing account. And the most important thing, I think, what is like in using this email address is you will have access to our online library databases. So we really have very big and big variety of online databases that you can access with that. So if you use your own email address, you will have an access to all of that. Other practicalities you might need. So if you need arrival or department certificate, some of you who are taking the scholarship within Erasmus need this certificate. You have to address us via email and also send us your arrival ticket or departure ticket, and we'll be able to prepare this document for you. Also, as I told you, if you need, for example, the proof of your enrollment or transcript of records or recommendation letter, you are expected to inquire those documents via Argus. But if this is somewhat difficult for you, you can also address us and we will help you with that. Also, I have included some general links to the faculty and to entering e-learning in Argus, so you can use those links to find more detailed information about the faculties and our online study administration platforms. Here you can see the campus directory. I hope at least you will use this to library services, so you might still need to know where the campuses are located. We have two main campuses, one here, so buildings A, B, C, D are located here next to each other, and in front of Waki Park we have the second campus where E, F, T, G, S and H buildings are located. Our office in is in E building, so if you want to visit us physically, you'll be able to do that by visiting our E building. Also, as long as I know, we will soon open our cafeterias as well. We have two cafeterias. One is in this area in A campus on the first floor, and another one is in E campus also on the first floor. So we will let you know exactly when it will be open. I also wanted to include some details about the library services. You can physically use the library rooms, library reading rooms, so you can also use the online databases that they have provided. In order to use reading rooms, you have to book the appointment in advance, and you can use the library for maximum 2 hours on one visit. You can also book some books before, and you can also see the e-catalog of the materials that are available in our libraries, and I will suggest you to visit our library's website and check out the information they have on their website. So here are some addresses of our reading halls. One is located here, this Luhan Saba reading hall, and we will see that. Another one is located in the e-campus near Rocky Park, and we will not be seeing that today, but yeah, you will be able to visit the library from Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. I also thought that you might want to get a student card for transportation. So we don't have a separate student card for entering or accessing university or library or anything like that. You can just obtain the certificate proof of your enrollment here, and that could be your student card. but Bank of Georgia offers students the student card, which is normally a debit card but can also be used in transportation. And if you obtain this card, you will be charged with a special student prices. Public transportation in Georgia is relatively very cheap on itself as well, so it costs us 50 tetris, but by student card it costs only 20 tetris, so less than a half of that. So if you're willing to get this card, you just have to visit any of Bank Georgia's service centers, and you will be verified by your passport number as you're enrolled in Italia State University with your passport number. I also wanted to say that about the student services we have. Many services, because of the epidemic situation, is suspended right now, but still, if you need anything, for example, related to sports or any student projects that are taking place at Italia State University, or are interested in getting more information about that, I would suggest you, if you contact the Department of Student Affairs. I have included their email address here, and they will be helpful with anything that could be non-academic related. Last but not least, I think it's important, especially during the COVID-19 times, that we are offering free psychological counseling center, and the service is also available in English. This is, I'm sorry, you can have a consultation about anxiety or mood-related problems, and you have to, in order to use the service, you have to book an appointment, and you can have an online Zoom consultations with them. I have included their phone numbers and email addresses, so if you have any problem in that regard, I would really recommend you to use that center, because they are really great, doing the great job. I will continue with the insurance. You're all familiar that we have mandatory insurance for all the foreign students right now, but you should consider that this insurance is mostly designed to cover COVID-19 related costs and some other emergency costs, but this is not like kind of an all-inclusive package, and there might be some problems. For example, some regular checkups, those will not be covered by this insurance. I would highly suggest you to check out the insurance package. I have already shared the link with all of you. If you have not received it, please let me know. And if you feel like this is not something that is satisfactory, or you need additional coverage, I would recommend you to get an additional private insurance with any company in Georgia, and we can also give you references about that. So the insurance is already active from 1st of October, even though you have not paid yet. My colleague Tika is working with the contracts right now, and she will send you more instructions about the payment latest in the beginning of next week. And the cost for entire period is 2,070 laris, which is approximately 75 euros. If you are positive, if you are tested positive in COVID, or if you have any emergency situation and you may want to use the ambulatory service or something like that, you have to dial the insurance company's hotline, and they will refer you to the further emergency contacts. So I have included their hotline number and the link to their website, and the online chat there is available 24/7. So if you have any emergency situations, please contact RD Insurance. I also included some COVID-related regulations and updates we have right now. Maybe you already know that uniform wearing of face masks are mandatory both indoors and outdoors. The only regulation right now we have is that eateries are allowed to operate until only 11 p.m. Big parties like weddings, etc., big social events are restricted right now, and also the nightclubs remain closed outdoors and indoors. These are the current regulations you have to follow, but as the regulations change quite often, I would really suggest you to check this stopgov.g regularly, so you do have an information and are aware of the regulation that your government has imposed relating the epidemic situation. Once again, so in emergency situation, if it's not health related, we use 112 platform, 112 as an emergency and operative response center. They have services such as police, fire rescue service, and ambulance. They have also a mobile app, so to be safe, you can also have the app in your phone, and with the app you will be able to contact 112 without dialing it, without anything further. So I have included the list of foreign diplomatic corps in Georgia. If you have any problems, for example, if you lose passport or anything like that, you can contact the embassy representation of your country of residency in Georgia. Now I will give microphone to Sally, and she will continue with the rest of the presentation. Do you have any questions about what we have talked about, maybe? Okay, great.
Hello once again. First, let me briefly introduce myself. My name is Sally, and I also work within the IR office at Yale State University. So you can address me if you have any questions or if you need further information to be clarified. Before I start and continue presentation, I would like to ask you to introduce yourself with a few words and let us know a few facts about your city you live in. So please. Maybe Martin, can you start?
Hello again. Hello guys. My name is Marjan. I'm from Kazakhstan actually, but I am studying in Turkey. I'm doing my master in tourism management. Nice to meet you.
Hello, my name is Annie. I'm from Georgia, but I live in Germany and I study there. So I study Master of Content Management, but I thought it would be quick to come back in Georgia, study here 1 semester, and then come back to Germany and live there. So.
Hello, I'm Sarah. I'm from Germany. I live in Mainz and I study social science with a focus on migration and integration.
Hello, my name is Anna. I'm from Mainz as well, and I also study social sciences with a focus on migration and integration.
Hello, my name is William. I study in Portugal, but I'm from Brazil. I study language and business relations, and I'm 25.
Hi everyone, I'm Flo. I'm from Berlin in Germany, and I study philosophy, and I'm looking forward to the semester with you all.
Hello everyone, I am Isabella. I'm from Italy, and I'm here to write my master thesis in geology to slope stability of Plitzike, Vaniscalevi, Daligareja, and Bartia. So I don't follow any type of courses just to write my master thesis here.
Very interesting. Thank you all.
So thank you very much for introducing yourself. It's very nice to meet you all. Before I start introducing our city to you, I want to ask 3 questions. So we prepared a mini quiz for you in order to find out if you know something about Georgia. So first question is, if you know how we call our country in Georgia. So it is Georgia, it is Sakartvelo, it is Gruzia, or it is Kurdistan? Your answer? What would be? Sorry? B? Yeah, of course. So we call it Sakartvelo. The next question is, which one is Georgia traditional food? It is, sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, of course it is Hinkali. And the third question is quite difficult one, but let's try. Which bird is associated with the founding of Tbilisi? Pheasant, owl, eagle, or flamingo?
I think it's a pheasant.
Yeah. Yeah. The fact that pheasant is associated with the founding of Tbilisi is just a Georgian legend, and once we start outdoor session, maybe your guide will tell you a story about this legend. So as you know, Tbilisi is the capital of Georgia, and there are several and many reasons why it is must-visit city, but I listed only 5. First reason would be the yummy Georgian cuisine, and I would say that Georgian cuisine is absolutely delicious, and the fact that Georgia is located at the crossroad between Europe and Asia, so this cuisine, Georgian cuisine, has very different kinds of tasty influences, and we have quite different kinds of dishes. So if you're a vegan or a vegetarian, you will love the food because there are many dishes which are vegan and vegetarian. Or if you're a meat lover, of course you will love the food because we have khinkali. Maybe you know about this famous food. And if you're a sweet lover, you will also find out how many Georgian traditional sweets we have. So next reason, it would be extraordinary landmarks, because as you probably know, the architecture is very interesting in Tbilisi, and it is a mix of different styles, and there is a contrast between old and new. And in the picture, you can see one of the monuments located in Tbilisi. This is the Chronicles of Georgia, and this monument is one of the breathtaking monuments located in Tbilisi, and it pays a tribute to the heroes of Georgia. So it is one of the monuments you should visit, I think. And the next reason is dynamic and modern side of the city, because actually Tbilisi has very good cultural heritage, but it also has dynamic, bold and modern side. So in fact, Tbilisi is a very creative hotspot where you can find like talented artists and street art and many co-working spaces. And in order to get those cool vibes, you can definitely visit Fabrica. Maybe you know about this place. It is a multifunctional space where you can do many interesting things, and you can also meet the locals. Next reason is budget friendly. So many foreigners say that Tbilisi is very budget friendly because compared to Europe or like USA or many European cities, accommodation is very cheap. Transportation is also cheap, as you know, and food is also very cheap. So foreigners say that Tbilisi is budget-friendly city. And Georgian wines, of course, because if you're a wine lover, you will you should know that Georgians have very different kinds of wines from different regions, and Tbilisi is the place where you can taste different kinds of wines. And as the Georgians say, Georgia is the country of one of the oldest wine. So if you want to taste the food I mentioned and taste the drink, of course you can visit restaurants and cafes located in Tbilisi, and there are many of them, and I included the website where you can see the list of restaurants and cafes located in Tbilisi, and also I listed 3 most popular cafes and places located in our city. So the first one is Stamba. Yes, Stamba, and this place is very interesting because it formerly was Soviet era publishing house, and it has been transformed into a very stylish, restaurant which has a cafe as well and bar, and it serves modern takes on traditional Georgian cuisine. I also included the website in order to check it out. So the next one would be Barbaresta. So this is another cafe. It's named after Barbara Georgiadze. She was a Georgian princess, also chef and writer and women's rights advocate who lived in the 19th century. And it is actually very cozy, and atmosphere is very nice there. And the third one is of course Fabrica. And this place is also very interesting because it was in past a Soviet sewing factory which has been transformed, and now currently it is a multifunctional urban space that combines a hostel, also co-working space, and hipster shops and restaurants, and you can taste the food there as well. As for the food, the most, I would say personally, that the most iconic dishes and the most popular ones are, of course, khinkali. It is the dumplings filled with meat and spices. And please keep in mind that while eating khinkali, if you take knife and fork, it will be funny for the locals, because Georgians actually eat it with our hands. Next one is khachapuri. It is the pastry traditional topped with melted cheese, eggs, and butter. And we have different kinds of khachapuri, and in the picture you can see it is from the region of Ajara, so it's Ajarian khachapuri. And if you visit different kinds of regions in Georgia, you can taste different kinds of khachapuri because they actually make it in a very traditional way. So in Emirati, you can taste khachapuri of Emirati. So in Samagurul, khachapuri, and so on and so forth. And if you're a sweet lover, so you will definitely love churchkhala. It is our traditional food dish, and it is candle-shaped candy, and ingredients are grape, nuts, and flour. So it is very tasty as well. So if you want to stay at home and you want delivery service, we also have these services. First one is Elvis, this is Georgian one, and the remaining ones are international ones, so Glovo, you can use Glovo or Wolt or Bolt Food, so I included their websites as well in your, and you can of course download the applications on your mobile phones and use it as you wish. So as for the shopping malls and pharmacies, in Tbilisi actually we have many shopping malls. If you want to go shopping, for instance, there is City Mall, Gallery, Tbilisi, and East Point, and the full list can be found on the following link. So I included the website as well. As for the pharmacies, if you need pharmacies, They can be found actually in every corner of the city because there are many of them in Tbilisi. The popular ones are Aversi, also GPC and PSP Pharmacy. And interesting is that we have application. It is called a Chemo App. You can download it on your mobile phones, and this application allows you to book an appointment. And like with your preferred doctor, as also receive medical services, you do not need to wait in line. You can get medications at home. They have also delivery service, and so this is very helpful, I would say. As for the public transportation, you can use metro, of course, and it is one of the most popular ones in one of the popular transports in Tbilisi, and it costs 50 tetris. Also, you can use minibus. We call it marshutka, and its fixed price is 50 tetris. You can use buses. The buses have their fixed schedule, and we have included the website where you can find the schedule of buses in Tbilisi. You can also catch taxi, and you can of course you can catch taxi random taxi. but we recommend to download the applications. They're called Bolt or Yandex Taxi, and use these apps for getting around Tbilisi by car. So this is cheaper, and it is more it's easier to use. And if you want to go outside the city, you can use Georgian Railway, and tickets can be bought on the following on the shown websites. So we have included all of the websites, and you can check it out, and if you wish, you can buy the tickets. I will include our presentation by some tips you might bear in mind. First of all, would be that while in the bus you can enter and leave through any door, and not necessarily enter from front or get off from back. Also, Georgians usually drink a lot, so we would recommend not to compete. Also, please keep in mind that Georgians drive very crazy, and please walk very safe, and keep in mind for your safety. Also, while crossing the street, look both of these sides, even though it is green light for pedestrians. And the very good fact is that Georgians are very helpful people, and if you ask them some place to random person in the street, they will show you, of course, they will tell you, of course, and maybe they will follow there to show you this place. Most food stores and pharmacies as well are 24/7, and they are working till 10 p.m. every day with no break. But there are also many markets and shops and pharmacies which work 24/7. If you're on taxi, I also mentioned that. I have already mentioned it. It is more preferable and recommended to use the taxi application, because sometimes when you catch random taxi, and if they recognize you as a foreigner, they will tell you higher price maybe. So use the applications Bolt or Yandex Taxi. And so as for the tipping, it is usual in Georgia but not obligatory. And you should know also that Georgia is a very close distance country, so it won't be surprising that after a few meetings someone will hug you or kiss you. And we have free Wi-Fi in Tbilisi, and it is available in all the central areas of the city. It is called Tbilisi loves you, and you can use this free Wi-Fi when you want. So, if my colleague wants to add something, but I'm done.